Hello, I am Marcus and welcome to a new episode of EV Journey. So today we're going to talk about the hypermiling of the ID.3 first. How far does it go when you hypermile? Then we're going to talk about a new cool unknown feature of the ID.3 first. Then we're going to look at the ID.3 first delivery dates. Then we will look at the First Movers Club Portugal for the ID.3 first, and we will look at Volkswagen Travel Assist. How good is it? And finally, we're going to have a Find the Animal competition. Felix Egolf from Switzerland. Yes, apparently that is his real name. Perhaps I'm not pronouncing Egolf correctly. He drove from Zwickau, the factory of the ID.3 first in Germany, to Schaffhausen in Switzerland, actually on the German-Swiss border. If you haven't been to Schaffhausen, it's a wonderful place where they've got the biggest waterfall along the River Rhine. So definitely worth going to. So he, Mr. Felix, is an airline pilot veteran. He is a bush pilot, he's a flight instructor, he's a pro efficiency driver, and he's also a sports cycling commentator. So using hypermiling techniques, he managed to drive 531 kilometers in the ID.3 first. So what are these hypermiling techniques? So he avoids braking. He puts the car into the neutral just as he's about to go round a roundabout. Don't try this at home, kids. And also he follows lorries and basically tries to cruise as much as possible in the car. On this trip, apparently he had the radio on, daytime lights on, navigation on, ventilation on, and he had the cameraman with him. I'm not quite sure what the cameraman was doing. So he had an extra 250 kilos of weight to the car, and the car with these hypermiling techniques managed to get 531 kilometers. There's about a minute video of him doing it on the internet, produced by Volkswagen. Now firstly, I find it a bit strange, because it would be nice if we had a 20-minute video at least showing us every step of the journey and showing us the percentage go down from 100 to 0%. But unfortunately they don't have that. Perhaps that's coming, but I doubt it. So what else I also find strange is that why would Volkswagen need to do it? Volkswagen now has been advertising that the car can get more than 100 kilometers over its advertised WLTP range of 420 kilometers. Now again, I find this strange because I thought Volkswagen didn't want to give the wrong impression to car buyers. So normally they say you should expect between 300 and 420 kilometers of range on the ID.3 first, but no, just before the car's about to be delivered, they're jumping up and down claiming it can do 520 kilometers. I will put the link below so you can see their video. But Bjorn Nyland, in a test track 2 years ago, actually managed 830 kilometers in a Hyundai Kona. So I know it's on a test track and he was probably driving slower and it wasn't on real roads, but 130 kilometers is 300 more kilometers than the 531 kilometers Volkswagen is claiming with a hypermiling. So Volkswagen should have done it on a test track to try and get at least 800 kilometers of the Hyundai Kona. But to me, the whole video just seems a bit bizarre. There's lots of people on Twitter, because it's only a 1 minute video, claiming it to be a lie because of Volkswagen lie, because of Dieselgate, etc. So I just find it a bit bizarre. Perhaps it's just to get headlines, so you know they get publicity around the ID.3 first. So what is the cool feature on the ID.3 first? So Volkswagen Portugal have put some videos out, I will link them below, about the ID.3. They're actually in English, so they're easy to watch. So it's about what do you do when you first get your ID.3? Now, most of it we've already known, but there's a cool feature they say is coming in on the ID.3 first, and that cool feature is to lock the car. So to lock the car, all you have to do is stroke the handle. So that seems a really good feature. So to lock the car, just stroke the handle and the car locks. That's the external handle. So that seems like an excellent feature where you don't have to fiddle around with your key. Let's talk about the First Movers Club in Portugal and my surprise. So what happened was, on the 27th of August, I was on the beach in the Algarve at 5 in the afternoon, and I got an email from my dealer saying I had to fill in this First Movers Club form, and it had to be done by tomorrow if I wanted to get my car in September. So it had to be done by Friday. September is just next week. I was surprised because it seems to me that Portugal is leaving this to last minute. I don't think this is anything to do with my dealer. I think it's because of Volkswagen Portugal. It seems they're behind. So there was basically a one-page form that I needed to fill in to say that I'm willing to accept my ID.3 first without all the software. The other software features will be coming later. So 2 months ago I placed my final order. At that time I told my dealer about the First Movers Club and she didn't know anything about it. So I don't think this is very good customer service from Volkswagen Portugal, because perhaps if I had have missed the deadline of Friday, perhaps I won't be getting my car in September. So it seems everything's a bit last minute. So basically on the form it did give us some information. So as we know, we're not getting Mirror Link, we're not getting Apple CarPlay, and we're not getting Android Auto until the beginning of next year. But it did give me some other information. So apparently we're going to get a welcome box, and that welcome box will be delivered to us before the car. Now there's some people on the internet who already have the welcome box. If you want to see the internet, please look at the link below. In the welcome box we get the week card and some extra goodies. Another excellent thing is, if we're going to pay for the car ourselves in cash and not go through Volkswagen Finance, they will actually give us a wall box for free as part of the ID.3 First Movers Club. However, if we are going to go through leasing or credit with Volkswagen, they will pay the first 3 monthly payments up to €750 per month. So the first 3 monthly payments are the financing deal. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. I need to see the financing deal first. I think I'll probably go for the wall box, but apparently the wall box doesn't installation. So I think the value of the wall box is €399, and potentially the value of the 3 monthly credit payments can be up to €2,250. So it seems a bit odd to me. I guess the interest rate is going to be high to compensate for that. Let me see. The wall box, however, doesn't come with installation, which is a bit of a problem because we need to get someone to actually install it for us, and they have to be certified. You just can't get anyone to install a wall box. So I actually spoke to my electric company, and they actually provide a wall box that they can install, but they won't install the Volkswagen one. So I need to find somebody who can install a wall box and are certified, and to check, you know, the pricing compared to the electric company to see if the wall box actually is of interest to me. The Volkswagen wall box, I've actually started to dig my path at home, as you can see here in this photo. So that's where the cabling will be going, and I've got an electrician to put in the first amount of cabling. But then once that cabling's been done, I need to get someone to install the actual wall box into my garage. So delivery of the ID.3 first, it should be coming in September. Oh yes, it should be coming in September. And Volkswagen have been tweeting images of a big boat going to Norway and delivering over 700 ID.3 firsts to Norway. Obviously the Norwegians are probably going to get it first. They always seem to get everything first. But they also tweeted pictures of lorries driving in Germany, delivering to dealers in Germany. So my guess is perhaps in Germany, Norway, the first people will get it second, third week of September. I'm thinking for Portugal, perhaps 3rd or 4th week of September. Somebody in the UK says, a dealer there said it's coming on the 29th of September in the UK. Actually thought the UK were getting theirs in October because of right-hand drive, but it looks like the very end of September. So I don't think they'll all be delivered on the same day. I think they'll all be delivered within a 2 or 3 week period to each country, etc., because to legalise cars in each country is a bit different. So I had a very good comment from Paulo Almeida. I don't know if he's watching this video. Hello Paulo, and thank you for a comment about travel assist. Now Paulo Almeida has actually driven Tesla Model 3s, and he's actually driven the Golf 8 with travel assist. And if you look at his comment that he left in my last video, he actually says that travel assist is much better than autopilot, which is something we've guessed at. But he actually has his own channel, and on his own channel there's videos of him driving around in Portugal in the Golf 8 with travel assist, and it looks really good and is really impressive. So if you want to see how good travel assist is on the Golf 8, I'll leave the link below. Go and look at his video link. So we come to the fun part. So I'm actually in the Algarve this week, as you can probably see, and there's an animal in the Algarve that you only get in this region of Europe. It's hard to spot this animal, but I actually spotted one. So I'm putting up here now a photo. If you can spot the animal, leave a comment below and tell me what animal it is. That's great. So please again, leave your bad and good comments. Don't forget to click subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of EV Journey. Thank you.